Let's talk, man. Let's talk about it. So there's some talks amongst Lions fans, which I'm not sure this gonna happen. But if Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, dropped down to them at I think 17, should the Lions take him? And you can apply this to any significant guy. If there's a significant safety that dropped down, if there's a significant corner that fall, if there's a significant offensive weapon that fall, I would say yeah, because they're talking about taking talent over need. That's always been the trope, the little thing they do, talent over need. So Downs, his brother played for the Colts, so Josh Downs, amazing. And then also, when you kind of talk about the safety position, you also have some reservations about what's going to happen with your two safeties. Now, Kirby seemed to be confident he going to bounce back quicker than a dribble. Brian Branch seemed he confident, but, you sit there and you get I can't stand when people do that. What they just did behind me, I can't stand it. Oh boy, he's speeding, good momentum in the fast lane. Somebody cuts into the fast lane and start going slow. I never really understand that, bro. Like, this dude was getting momentum, and then at least he got the hill back. I'll be understanding that, dog. Oh my God, that hurts my nerves. But yeah, it could be some uncertainty at safety. Brian Branch being a smaller guy, I feel like he probably will bounce back from the Achilles, but he already wasn't the fastest guy. So probably him playing man-to-man coverage might not be as, dangerous as it once was, but he's still young. Kirby Joseph, who knows? So yeah, if you get a talent like Caleb Downs, and probably the only reason he won't go into the top 5 is because he is safety. And if he fall outside the top 10, it's because he is safety. It's positional need. You got to remember, it's a bunch of tackles in this draft, a bunch of edge rushers in this draft. It's a bunch of them in this draft. So he may, then you got that running back, Jeremiah Love from North. So you got a lot of wild cards in there. But if he do drop down, you still can get a good tackle in the second round in this draft. Now, think about the edge rusher. I don't know. They could look at the kid that came from Maryland and Michigan. I heard they like him. That'd be, I guess, a day 2, day 3 pick maybe. I'm not sure, but I like him a lot. I like that kid a lot. A lot of room for growth there. And then also they looking to get a linebacker, probably more athletic and cover linebacker in there. So they got needs. So if you don't go tackle, because you can, get a tackle second round, put him at right and put Penei Sewell at left, but then you still need an edge, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't too much room for necessities, But if you got a guy that's that good and he fall to you, or he fall in the range and you feel comfortable trading up for, and you feel like he that good, at the end of the day, Brian Branch, there probably was already some talks, after the year that he had last year, up and down a little bit, even before the injury, possibly about, getting rid of him. You know how the Fords are, how Sheila and her mother Martha was, and her father, or Sheila's father Bill, was about discipline. So what he did versus Kansas City and all that type of stuff, they be ready to get rid of you. They want choir boys. They care more about, the character of the individuals on the team than they care about winning the Super Bowl. They want all choir boys. And we know, you need a couple crazy dudes on the team. You need a couple Charles Haley's and Ronnie Lott's and Antonio Atwaters, you know what I mean? You need them Ndamukong Suhs. You need them loose cannons. This ain't a game played by, pastors and nuns. So you need some of those. But if he was to fall, you can always justify it with the talent. And also you can also justify it because you can get you a right tackle, or they feel like the guy they picked up from Miami could be a starting right tackle or left tackle, which I don't. But the one thing about it is you can't play with Jared Goff. If you don't get the protection at tackle, your season over with. There's no improv in Jared Goff's game. He's not an improv guy. He's not an improv. So that's one thing that they kind of got to look at. They don't have an improv quarterback. So, you know, whatever tackle that if you pass up on him for whoever, it's a Caleb Downs or for edge rush, whatever tackle that you planning on targeting or playing at left or right, however you want to do a Panisa well, you better make sure you got it correct. Or you might as well make that call to TALYORDECKER. You better have Decker on deck. You know what I'm saying? You better have Deck on deck. No Diddy. But yeah. Yeah, you get a talent like that and you're getting ready to move on from Branch or possibly Branch and Kirby, you know, hey, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So, but when it come down to want over need with the Lions, they always gonna make sure they get what Jared Goff needs. So they always gonna make sure Jared Goff is straight. So they always gonna make sure Jared Goff is straight. Don't forget it. Goff is gonna be straight. He is gonna be straight. So they gonna make sure they protect him. In the bare minimum, backup plan is to bring Decker back. I know people say, "Oh, they fell out." You know, men get over disagreements. That's just how we are. We can get over a disagreement. So, but yeah, that is what it is. That is what it is, man. And yeah, should be fairly interesting. Should be fairly interesting. So, but if he do fall, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you can't always think about next year. Think down the line. If you do fall, then it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. So, hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.